Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Well, today, I'm not in my normal attire. Of course not. Today, we're going to talk about our latest edition. It's on our sales floor. It is none other than the recreation of the Dumb and Dumber Mutts Cutts van. Oh my goodness. You want to watch this video from start to finish because you'll get a kick out of this. Needless to say, yes, we will do a walk around, a cold start, and you'll really see some of these details. That just brings back really memories from an incredibly funny movie from 1994. Now, you can click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website where the pricing, more information, and access to our over 100 additional vehicles we have on our sales floor at this particular time. Well, if you're looking for your first classic or your collectible car, or you're looking for your first recreation of a very famous movie vehicle, we have it sitting right here on our sales floor. None other than the Dumb and Dumber Mutts Cutts van. Now, of course, they had to start with a little bit newer van. This is a 1989 Ford E150. I mean, much more reliable perhaps than the one that they used in the original movie. It's got a 302 or a 5-liter fuel-injected motor, turn the key, boom, it starts, it's ready to go. Yes, you take a look at the old Mutts Cutts, it has actually got the greatest look in the front. I mean, it's got the big nose and the floppy tongue down there. And of course, the outdoor, the furry carpet, you know, that shag carpet is perfect for what they were trying to do in this movie. Talk about something fun. I mean, John Kerry, of course, one of his favorite movies, him and Lloyd and Harry were on their way to Colorado to return something, and they had all kinds of crazy things they did in this video, in this movie, that just wouldn't stop. I mean, mock, yeah, yeah, bird, yeah, mockingbird, yeah. I mean, they had all kinds of things that when I watch that movie, I laugh every single time I do it. Look at this is a neat deal right there when he was doing his thing right there. That's just the window screen right on there. But yes, it's got the furry deal with the big floppy ears right here. And of course, it has to have the rear legs and the tail. Oh my goodness. Talk about something that, like I said, you want something that has instant appeal. It's been on our sales floor here. We just got it out here, and you want to talk about people coming in, enjoying themselves. Oh my gosh, it just brings back, that really isn't one of the, what it is. Yes, it's a recreation of the original. And of course, the nice thing about this particular vehicle is, if I just pull this open, you actually have room with a couple extra seats in there. You can still actually use this to haul things. So not only is it, a Mutts Cutts van, but it is actually something you could actually use. Now, remember I said something about, where do you put the gas in the thing? Well, had to go like this, lift this up, and of course, the gas door is right there. Kind of just like it was in the movie, needless to say. Yes, this is one of those tuxedos that they wore going to the wedding and all that big fancy party. And it's just kind of like, it kind of befits me, does it not? I think it looks pretty good. Yes, this was one of those movies that for, everyone knows about movie cars, and this is no exception. Boy, the magic, just like that, all of a sudden I changed. It's amazing. Yes, they had these cool tuxedos with the shirt that's built right in. What a great prop, I tell you what. Very cool. But yes, that just adds to the mystique of this very unusual vehicle. Of course, this is now much easier for someone to drive simply because it's got an automatic transmission. It's got power steering, power front disc brakes. It's got air conditioning, cruise control, power windows. I mean, this was a really nicely loaded van, and it makes it for something because people who have this are going to bring it to the local car shows. They're going to bring it to charity events. They're going to do things like that gets more attention. I mean, you could bring that Duesenberg down to the car show, and if you pulled up with the Mutts Cutts van, everyone's going to want to go over and look at this thing way more than the $1 million Duesenberg. Well, that's just the way it is. I mean, it gets lots of attention when it's just been here sitting on our sales floor for a little bit before we got it ready to have the videos done. But yes, it's one of those things. There's, there are only so many famous vehicles out there. I mean, of course, the Batmobile is one. The DeLoreans, of course, is another one. Everyone maybe remembers Kit, the Firebird that came out in the movies. Dukes of Hazzard cars. This falls into that genre of really interesting things for movies. And I'll tell you what, it's just something, if you really want something different that nobody else has, wouldn't this be the greatest thing to drive to your next car show or whatever? Now, with anything like this, we always say we are here to assist you at any time. Please visit our website, www.ellingsunmotorcars.com, where you have information on this vehicle or other 100 cars that we have in stock. Plus, you have access to information on cars that we've sold in the past. Because remember, you can do you can do the TikTok, you can do the Instagram, the YouTube, the videos, whatever. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. And you have all the information right here at your fingertips. The other thing I always am helpful with here at Ellingson Motor Cars, you can give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we'll do our very best to answer all questions you may have. This does have a clear title, can be transferred to any of the United States places, so it's not a problem with that. That is always something we take care of because we are a licensed bonded dealer in the state of Minnesota. So don't let that dissuade you from buying any cars from us, because we got that handled. The other thing I always tell you is, if you need help with financing, we know what these things are. We have companies that we worked with for years. We're more than happy to help you get financing arranged. Give us a call. We'll do the financing right here. You just call us. We'll fill out the application. We'll get the ball rolling. So this could actually be in your driveway. Never know. It could happen. On this kind of deal, I'm sure there's probably a movie vehicle club or whatever across the country. Join other people who have these kind of interests or, things like that. I'm sure there's something out on the internet for you to do that. Now, shipping, we can ship this any place in the United States. That's not a problem. We can help get that arranged for you. It's, kind of nice and warm all the time, but, it's something we can also assist you with. Well, Mutts Cutts is just one of those really interesting vehicles, really something special. If you want to do something that's going to get lots of attention, whatever, by golly, this might be the avenue to do it. And like I said, a lot of people have these vehicles for doing charity events, things for the firemen and the police forces. I know I got a friend who has a number of these kind of vehicles, and he really has fun doing it, and it really gets a lot of attention. Well, if you're looking for something unusual, Ellingson Motor Cars has lots of regular, classic automobiles as well. Well, we also have something very unique on our sales floor right now. So give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we'll do our very best to answer any and all questions you may have. Isn't this a great color? Thank you again, and we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorCars.com.